My name is Lo, and I recently quit my job in finance to be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm terrified. Send help. So, like I was saying, my name is Lo, and I just recently quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I have 3 more weeks to work out at my job, and then I'm a full-time mom. I wanted to make this video so that I could document myself and my daughter growing in this transition together, and for anyone else to watch if they want to. I'm not sure if we will ever record another video. I don't know if we will make this public. All I know is I wanted to record something that would show our transition into this new at-home lifestyle together and remind us of what we went through and remind us of how we changed and how my mindset's going to change from working all the time to being at home and working with her all the time. It's going to be new. It's going to be new and fun, and she's waking up from her nap right now. I can hear her on the monitor. I'm going to go get her and then I'll resume this. I don't have any advice. I don't have any recommendations. I don't have any suggestions. I need all that. I am a mom of a 16-month-old here in a couple days. She is energetic, full of life, super fun, healthy, and happy, and I'm excited to spend more time with her. I wanted to share a little bit about why I quit my job, how I quit my job, to shed some light in that area. Why am I shedding light in that area? Not really sure. I don't think anybody asked for this. However, I do know that when I wanted to quit my job, I was trying to watch video after video after video on quitting your job to be a stay-at-home mom. And as helpful as they were, and as interesting as they were, to watch all the different kinds of moms and people that were quitting their jobs, there was no one in my industry that I could find. There was no one that I related to industry-wise. I worked in financial planning. I was basically an assistant to financial advisors, to wealth managers, and I loved my job. I loved my clients. I didn't leave on bad terms. I left on great terms. I'm actually still working there. Funny story, I gave a 14-week notice. Since then, my best friend has been laughing her head off at me, saying that you're definitely not supposed to give a 14-week notice. But when I decided that I was going to quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to make sure that I did it the right way, and that everything I did there was for a purpose, and that everyone knew I cared, and, you know, I didn't want to burn any bridges, and I don't think that has happened. I think that everybody is happy with my commitment to stay on. I'm actually staying on for 3 more weeks. So I'm at the point where I've made the decision, but I haven't stayed at home yet. So I kind of wanted to document this, if for nothing else, for my daughter to look back and be like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Like, look, you worked, here's us figuring this out together, you know, because we're truly gonna have to figure it out together. My mom worked until recently, so I didn't have a stay-at-home parent, and I loved my life. I didn't feel like my parents missed out at all, but which kind of goes back to why did I quit my job. I think it was just the time away. So I had an hour commute, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, and that was with 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. traffic in the city. So there wasn't a lot of traffic. That was the best time I could make, was at least 1 hour in the car every day. And when the pandemic hit in 2020, we all stayed at home and worked, and we thrived. It was fine. We had a few differences in the way we did business. We would meet with our clients online and assist them virtually, but it wasn't that much different. So I think we all learned that we could do it from home. And then whenever we went back into the office, gradually, we're still in that process, I think that it just hit me that I can't go back in 5 days a week and be away from my daughter when I was able to make it work at home with her. And I think that is a very personal decision, unique to me. I'm not telling anyone to quit their job or telling them that they should quit their job, because everybody's journey is different. As a matter of fact, I never thought I would quit my job. I've always been career driven. I had goals. I had professional goals in the next few years that I wanted to hit. But something about having my daughter this last year, I don't even know if it's paused it. I don't know if it's stopped it. I don't know what. All I know is I'm supposed to be home with her right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna try to video us doing things together. I'm actually gonna video once or twice between now and when I'm at home with her in 3 weeks, because I wanna see like how I change emotionally, mentally. Like, do I still feel confident about it? Because I have not second guessed this decision at all since I quit several weeks ago. Like I said, I am still working out my last few weeks here with them, and I want to see how I feel in a couple weeks. I want to be able to document that. So here I am making this video so that I can look back and either giggle because in a couple months I go get another job because I can't handle staying at home, or because I go, wow, look, that was such a cool thing. I switched the spots up a little bit because Talie is now here with me, and also the lighting wasn't so great. The lighting's probably worse here, but anyway, I just wanted to shed some light. I just wanted to share a little bit about becoming a mom. So my husband and I got married. It's been almost 10 years. It's been 9 years, and we tried to get pregnant about 3 or 4 years in, and it took us right at 4 years to get pregnant. We went through a surgery for my husband and lots of trying, and then we were blessed with our Talie baby, and she is just worth everything. Can you say hi? Oh, you see that you have a bow in your hair. That will not be in there long. But anyway, so yeah, so it took us a long time, relatively long. I know that there's so many more people that it takes so much longer than that. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like a long time. We're very, very fortunate and blessed that it only, took one surgery and then some waiting and praying, and we're so happy to have her. Yeah, we're so happy to have you. Yeah. So when I was pregnant, I had to take my maternity leave early. I got 6 weeks plus some vacations. So I ended up getting 8 weeks total off to give birth and recover. And I ended up having to go early because of just a little bit of pregnancy complications, right? Yeah, like 4.5 weeks early. And I ended up giving birth to her at 42 weeks and some odd days. It was a really long pregnancy. They kept her in as long as they could. And when I went in for my induction, it took until the 3rd day after the induction to decide that we were going to do the doctor pretty much decided, you want to do a C-section? I said, yes, let's go for it. Let's get this baby out of here. And then there she was. She's been happy and healthy ever since. Well, she hasn't been happy all the time, but she's overall happy. Actually, earlier today, she was crying because I wouldn't let her take her bow out. And you would have thought she fell and broke something. It was terrifying. It was so loud. Ow, bow. You can see the video, but it can't see you. So, oh yeah. But anyway, so, what was I talking about? So, okay. So by the time my 8 weeks was done, I was 3 weeks and a couple days postpartum. And so that's when I went back to work. I didn't take any extra. I just went ahead and said, you know what? I'm ready to come back to work. I was 3 weeks and a few days postpartum, and we were still working from home because of the pandemic. And so I was able to just log in and work full-time going from there. And my husband is full-time self-employed, and he stayed at home with her and did his job and did great. And it's been 16 months that he has done that. And I can't even believe she's 16 months. Like, thinking about that, it's insane. I know they say, like, as you get older, time goes by faster, this and that. It's just unbelievable when you have a kid, because I'm thinking like 18 years until college, and 1.5 of those are almost gone. It just seems crazy. But we're going to be good buddies even after college, right? Are we going to be best buddies forever? Yeah? You mommy's best buddy?
Yeah.
Get your turtle. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about how Talie came about and how our pregnancy journey was briefly, and the fact that my husband's been amazing at watching her for 16 months now. And that day that I made my final decision to quit my job, I remember I was at my office, and it just felt right. I texted my husband and said, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to stay home with Talie. And I did it. I just told my bosses, and they were very understanding, and they were awesome at congratulating me on being able to make that decision. And that made me feel really good in that moment. So, and all my colleagues were very supportive, and I just love all the people I work with so much. Like I said, I didn't leave on bad terms. There's nobody there that nothing happened, nothing. And that's why it's just like, I know it's the right decision, because still with all that positivity, I feel like it's still the right decision. So it's just pretty wild how you can have a plan for your life with your career and your everything that you have, and then just change your mind. I love that. I've always been a very traditional oriented person, a very tradition oriented person. Things have a certain way, a certain order, and you know, you have a certain thing to do in your life, and that's work until you retire when you're 65. And that's going to change for me now. It's going to look a little bit different. So I just wanted to give a little bit of context on how Talie got here and how Daddy was taking care of you your first 1.5 years and almost 1.5 years. Can I have that? Anyway, so but anyway, are you going to spray the room with air freshener? You think we should do that? Look, Mommy will spray the bed. Whee! It's going to smell great. Yeah. So, I am going to keep doing my research and watching more moms, reading more blogs, articles, to figure out how to be the best stay-at-home mom I can be. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a good mom. I want to put her in activities, do things with her, do things around the house with her. I feel like this is going to be a complete change in energy as well, a complete energy shift. I'm used to driving into work, listening to my music, getting pumped up. I'm really going to miss that so much too. And then getting there and being like, doing all my things, you know, like I know how that feels. Like I can feel that feeling when I think about it, of just like working, you know, like I like to check things off lists, be productive, work, like I love that. So I'm interested to see how that's going to translate over into being a stay-at-home mom. I feel like, am I going to write lists and do those things throughout the day? What are those things going to be? I have so much to figure out. They say being a stay-at-home mom's the hardest job you can have, and I feel like I'm about to see that in a way that is going to blindside me, because I'm really not sure what to expect as far as how much energy it's going to take. Usually I'm gone from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and she goes to bed. My daughter goes to bed at 7. So I'm telling you, I see her for 3 hours a day max on weekdays. And then on the weekends, my husband's there to help, of course, but I have things planned that I'm excited about, right? I haven't seen her all week. So I feel like there's gonna be, oh, it's a little bit more relaxing, but a lot more not relaxing as well, right? Like I just envision myself sitting at home with her and soaking in all the moments that I didn't get when I was sitting in the office away from the house for over 40 hours a week. But at the same time, I'm like, I also envision myself being so exhausted that I can't do anything because she needs me every second. All that to say, I actually haven't been in the office for 40 hours since she's been born, since she is a baby that was born in 2020. But I feel like that's where we're going in our industry and with my company, is back into the office. And so that's what the future would look like. Even if every single day I wasn't at the office, I think we're going back into that. Just kind of as a whole, as a society, a lot of companies aren't, and a lot of industries don't have to. I know a lot of companies actually sold their physical locations because they don't need them. Like, why pay rent on them if you can just have your employees work virtually? But in my industry, you kind of need to be in the office. So anyway, when I say that I was away from her for 40 hours a week, I wasn't in the office every single day, but I was in my home office and I had to be there without her because I had to get work done. So needless to say, this is going to be a big change, and I'm excited to document it with her, just to have it in a video. I'm just excited for that, and we'll see where this takes us. I just don't know. If I do share this publicly, my whole goal in doing that would be to bring joy to someone's day that gets to see our videos, but also to make somebody not feel alone. I know this decision for me, I'm so sure that it's the right decision, that I haven't felt alone necessarily, but I haven't been able to identify with anybody else in my industry that's just quit, in the finance world, to be a stay-at-home mom, if that makes sense. A lot of the people that I watch and have talked to have done some sort of remote thing their whole career anyway, or something that wasn't as drastic of a difference. So yeah, I just want to relate to somebody else out there that is like, I kind of feel like I need to be staying at home, but I'm kind of scared too. Yeah, me too. So we're gonna see what happens. And instead of online shopping, I'm gonna be reading books to my baby and trying to do things that are free. Oh my gosh, I just want to be free from this money trap. I want to be free from spending money, making money, spending money, making money, spending money because I make the money and I feel like I deserve it. And I want to be able to give her things that justify all the hours that I'm working. So now I'm just going to work on giving her time, and I need to just realize that that is good enough. That is good enough. So that's going to be an adjustment for me. I'm a big shopper. As much as I'd like to say I'm not, I'm a big shopper. Not anymore. I'm not. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's all. I think YouTube videos are supposed to have outros. So see you next time. And hopefully I'll have my baby with me. I can go into more detail on why I quit my job, how I quit my job, what we're gonna do with me staying home. The sky's the limit, really. But for the next 3 weeks, what I'm gonna do is really focus on doing a really good job at my office to make the best positive impact I can before I leave, and try not to mentally be staying at home in my head yet until I am. That way I know I'm giving work my 100%. But then also balancing thinking about how I'm going to stay at home with her after that's all said and done, and figure out what that routine's gonna look like.